Okay, today is just a brief look at a piece of test equipment. It's a fairly recent eBay find of mine, which is this uh, Adret. I think that's how you pronounce it because it's a French company, maybe Adret or something. It's Adret 740A VHF and UHF generator. Well, this does actually go down low enough to do AM radio, long wave and medium wave. It's out of its spec when you do that, but it's still good enough for setting up radios and so on. The way this operates is really quite simple. It looks a bit puzzling to begin with, but really all you have to do is set up what you want, frequency, the modulation, and the amplitude of the signal. And when you've got it set as you want, you can press the execute button, and until then nothing changes on the output. It's also got memories. You can remember several settings, so you can actually easily flip between them. So if you're setting up a radio or something, you could have it set for the IF frequency, and then the low end of the band and the upper end of the band, and quickly switch between them as you're setting the radio up. It makes it all a bit easier. This control varies the setting on there, but you can actually enter it with these keypads as well. So at the moment we've got this one, frequency RF set. We can type in here the frequency we want. So let's say 1, start again because it's gone twice. 1, let's clear it. There we go. 147 kilohertz. So that might be an IF frequency or something like that. Then you can go to the amplitude of the RF, and you can set, say, 25 minus 25 dB. Let's have modulation. Let's have AM modulation. Let's set to 30%. So we've got 147 kilohertz, 30% AM modulation, minus 25 dB. And then when you press the execute, that's the signal that you will get, except modulation at the moment is turned off. And you can turn that to external. You can feed your own audio signal in there. You can set it to 1 kilohertz or 400 hertz. And also at the bottom here, you can turn the RF off and on in one touch button. So that would have set it for one frequency. You can enter that into a memory with the M button here, and then press 1, 2, 3 or whatever. And when you want to go back to them, you can press the recall. Now it's a very useful piece of kit, and it does go right up to 560 megahertz. So it will actually, cover the 70 SEMS amateur band, anything below that, right down to you can actually set long wave on here. Now this light on the left here, it says overload. When it's set to anything below, I think it's 150 kilohertz with modulation on it, that light comes up, and it's not doing any harm or anything. Overload's the wrong word, really. It's something more like overflow or something. It's not quite within its spec, but it's certainly much more accurate than most systems you'll find, even at those low end frequencies. But it's also, of course, you can align VHF and UHF equipment with this. And I've used it quite a lot for aligning mainly long wave and medium wave and some VHF sets. But it's a really nice piece of kit, and I thought I was quite fortunate to come across this because it wasn't a huge amount of money. I didn't quibble the price really. I just snapped it up quickly before anyone else got it. Just needed a bit of cosmetic cleaning up. But other than that, yeah, it's very fine. It's working fine. It seems to be. It's because it's quite old, and it's also got a pull out menu that gives you the meanings of the error codes and so on. And in the instructions book I've got here, I wasn't able to find it in English. I could only find it in French. And a friend has very kindly gone through all that and done his best at translating it using translate software. And so it is actually understandable, and it does give you examples how to use it and so on. Then once you've got it set up with the frequencies, if you want to change your frequency, if you go back to RF frequency, you can select which digit you want to be able to change. So let's say the 0.1 kilohertz step. Then now when I turn this, it will go up and down in that step. So you can change the step. It goes up and down with these buttons down here. As I say, you can also set up for FM modulation. And there's quite a few other features to it, and I haven't explored it fully yet completely, but it's a very nice piece of kit, and I'm quite pleased to have come by it. So that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed. Cheers. Bye for now.